Okay, here we are, the long expected day. The roof material is here. Now the only thing that's left is make sure that we have the right amount. Now what's really amazing is this thing showed up. I told them, tell them where you want it. Nobody moved. The truck was sitting there and these guys were up against the wall. Finally, when I yelled at them, somebody got up. Simply unbelievable. But anyway, all right, here's the thing. They're going to start unloading. Everybody's talking, everybody's scheming and planning. And I guess they're going to find out where they want this thing put down. All right, let's see what happens. All right. All right, here they are. There's a lot of confusion for 26 sheets. There's a lot of chiefs and no Indians. I don't know. This is comical. Okay, so after a lot of confusion, we got this delivered, but there was only 3 bags of screws, and in reality they needed 5 because that will just not be enough. So Woon will call the factory and find out how you're gonna screw all this thing in here with 3 bags. Okay, there goes the first sheet, and it looks like it's getting beat up all over the place. But I guess that's how they do it. I don't know. Okay, here we are. The first 2 sheets going up. Now it's kind of hard to catch everything. It was kind of chaotic here. They brought 2-3 bags of screws for all of this, and It just wasn't enough. So Woon called, they said they wouldn't deliver. I called and they're going to deliver 4 additional bags because I don't know what they were thinking. It's just not enough. Anyway, they will be here with 4 bags in about 30 minutes or so. Now, the way this should go, by this evening they should have this roof up. It should be done. And of course, we'll see. And getting it up there is pretty interesting because they put some wire here, roll it up, crease it up everywhere, so by the time it gets up there, it's all beat up. What they need to do is put 2 scaffolds, one there, one here. First put it on there, then get up on the scaffold and do it like that, but they're not going to do it. Too much work. As they say in Thailand, "Mai ben rai." Just because you ordered it new doesn't mean you don't need any creases. I was mistaken earlier. I said 2 sheets are up. This is the second sheet here. Well, we'll see after a while and see what happens. Like any other project, the first few things there, you have to figure out what exactly you're going to do so you can create a routine, and you just go faster and faster as you're going down the road here. So we'll see what happens. The plan is evolving. Now they have a rope to pull it up there. They're still creasing it everywhere, but as long as it doesn't leak. I guess the plan here in Thailand is you buy new things to bang them up, and this way when they're finished they don't look like they're new. Okay, there's got to be a better way to put this thing up there. Okay, so here's the sheet metal over these 2 rooms here, so that is very encouraging. After months of waiting and waiting, it's finally almost done. It took a long time to get this fence in, to build this structure here. It took quite a while. First we were in the rainy season, and then we had to wait for the rice harvest, and we had to wait for the contractor, and you name it. If it wasn't one thing, it was something else. But finally, we're on the home stretch. So what we need is the roof, the doors to those 4 rooms, and the cement on that floor. But it's okay. Once this roof goes on there, then it will be weather tight, so it won't rain anymore inside these rooms. So hopefully, hopefully there is no holes and it won't rain inside those rooms anymore. Yeah, so slowly but surely, here we come. Right now it's about 11:30. So how far will they get by lunchtime? I don't know. But if they can get to this right here, that's about half. That's a little bit short of half of this whole building. So if they can get there, then they have a good chance of finishing it by this afternoon. But we'll find out. I imagine that if they don't finish it by 5 o'clock, they can stay late, and then they don't have to come back tomorrow, and they can do whatever they want with tomorrow. So we'll find out. Time will tell. It will show us the reality when it's there. Okay, so it's coming along. They already passed the rooms here, so they have a pretty good chance of hitting that halfway mark right about lunchtime. Right now it's about 11:40 or so. So they've got a good chance of hitting that halfway mark and then be done this afternoon. Now, what exactly are they going to do? I don't know. They might work straight through lunch. They might take an hour nap. You never know. But either way, they're moving along. They've got a system. They've got a rhythm. They figured it out what works for them. They've got 3 people up there on top, so everybody gets a third of that sheet. These 2 guys down here fold it up, put it up there, and they set a screw yeah, right there. Let me get it. Yeah, right there, going down this way. And what that does, it holds the 2 sheets together and pushes it back so it's aligned with the back section. So I guess that's good. As long as they don't put extra holes where the rain gets in, then it's okay. Now hopefully there won't be any hail or anything, because it could very well put a hole in it. This is only 0.30 or something like that, so it's not exactly very thick, but I mean, for chickens and rabbits and stuff, that's good enough. So hopefully no baseball size hail, and it'll be okay. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, it's 12 o'clock on the dot. They're about 2-3 sheets from the middle, so they're coming down. Well, this guy's coming down. There's still 2 up there, so I think they have a good chance of finishing today. It just depends on how many breaks and how long a lunch. But I'm gonna take the OG inside. He wants to get inside and take a nap, so let's hope that these guys keep at it and get it done today. All right. Okay, so they're just about to the halfway point. Here I am in the sun. And then I am in the shade. Oh, what a difference. Big difference. And here it is with the insulation. It's very nice. And here's the front side. Okay, so they're well past the halfway point. Now, right here where the door is at, you need to weld a piece of C3 so that these little pieces there can be screwed in. I told them that 3-4 days ago, and they still haven't done it. And now they're putting the roof, and they want to put the roof straight through and weld later. I don't think so. That metal is very, very thin, and you'll be welding right by it. You'll burn a hole right through that thing. Then we definitely have a problem. So I really don't get it. You know, all these things I point out to everybody long before it happens, and they don't listen until well, it's past time, I guess. But if they would listen, react, and do it, we wouldn't have all these people standing around waiting for someone to weld one thing. And right now, instead of measuring the C3, cutting the C3, they are under the umbrella waiting, I guess, for, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. But it's coming along at this pace. They should be able to finish this thing by this afternoon. Okay, so things came to a halt, and they're going to weld the C3 right there on top so that that little panel has a place to screw on top and on the bottom. They're not getting that ground. They have no spark. Okay, we got a spark. And they wanted to do this when the panel was already installed. I don't think so, Al. We should have done this days ago when I told them. Oh well, it is what it is. My job is to keep them on the straight and narrow. One thing that's very nice is now you can hardly see them, but those guys are in there taking a break under the shade. And if you see, he's welding from the top. That could have never been done otherwise with the panel already on there. And if you did, it would be half-ass and burning the panel at the same time. And that sheet right there would have insulation, so it would burn the insulation. So not good. Okay, we'll see what happens as time goes on. Okay, here we are. We've got there's about 4 sheets left. We'll see what happens. It's coming along. I went and walked around underneath there. It feels very good with that wind cutting into this metal here. The shade, very nice. The chickens are gonna love them. Maybe we'll take this picnic table, put it in there, and enjoy the shade with the chickens. Okay, so there are 4 sheets from the end, and their solution was install 3, cut off the silver things there, and make it short like the other side. I don't think so. We need that overhang on that side. That's why I bought 4 sheets. Then they ran out of screws, so the place where we bought the metal was $200. Here at the local hardware store is $240, which is okay, just an extra $1. But hey, hey, lack of planning. It was lack of planning, lack of calculation, whatever it was. But we were short 1 box, which is 100 screws. 1 bag. They come in a bag. This comes in a box. Either way, there's no problem. It's okay. Get it done is the main event here, so it'll be okay. Okay, so this is almost the last, because this other one here, instead of cutting it, I'm just going to have them overlap it, the difference there, so it does make it all the way out. Let's check it out. But I'm having C3 added to this thing because otherwise it'll be too weak, too flappy. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna fix this. But what they did, this roof is out of square now. If you look at the end down here, every time they screwed in there, they squeezed it too much, and this got stretched out this way, and that corner over there is way out there because it's out of square now. So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna balance this thing out here. Okay, so here's what happened. On the back side, they would put up the next panel and screw from the installed panel to the new panel being installed. And each time they would squeeze it down, and when they got to the end down here, it was out of square. That back corner back there is actually about probably 10 centimeters longer than this corner here. So what I'm having them do is I'm having them overlap that last panel there, which was going to be cut anyway because it would give it longer than 60 centimeters that I wanted on the side. So they're going to overlap that. They're going to cut. They're going to cut that very first silver channel, whatever that thing is called, and then the rest of them are okay until you get about a third of the way down, and then they start getting shorter because the metal is actually getting longer as it goes down that way. So they're going to take that piece that I had left over from the once they use there, and they're going to add a little piece so that can rest on top of the C3, and it can be screwed together. Okay. Okay, so there it is. They're putting a little panel that goes on top of there. They're working their way across, and they're working this corner over here to put that C3. I think I finally got them to see what I was talking about, so we'll see what happens here in a little while. I'm gonna chill, drink a cup of coffee because I'm getting stressed out over this thing. All right. Okay, here we are the following day. It got too dark to put in this last few screws there, and so they came back this morning, put in those last screws, clean up the job site, pick up some of the stuff they have, the scaffolding and stuff like that, and then we'll see what happens. But there it is, finished other than the doors, the cement floors, and the painting. And that'll be done as we go a little bit later. Right now, this was a big push. Now I have to level those floors, put some sand in there, put some concrete in there, and then paint everything up, put some doors in there, and then see about getting some chickens. So it'll probably be 2-3 months before all that gets done, but we'll just fake it as it goes and see what happens. All right, another job well done, another project completed. Woon, say good morning.
Good morning สวัสดีตอนเช้า
สวัสดีตอนเช้า Very good. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย